Listen, Fujimotos is one of my favorite mangas out here because I pretty much read all his work. You already know I did so many Chainsaw Man videos. I love that. Goodbye Eri is still one of my favorite one-shots ever. Look back and just listen to this song. And I covered those in my first manga recommendations video, so check those out if you want to listen about that. Now, only two I haven't read is the Naruto lookalike one-shot, which I got spoiled on. Thank you to my friends. And the other one was Fire Punch. Now, Fire Punch has been on my radar for a long ass time, but I was hesitant to start this. I mean, because, well, as a Fujimoto fan, I know his other works are, I simply put it as an experience. Chainsaw Man is a manga that I genuinely felt every emotion a human being could have. I felt it all towards this manga, and I am currently feeling that way with part 2, Look Back and Goodbye Eri, Destroy Me, and now we have Fire Punch, which I heard and seen some crazy memes from this. So first impression, this is probably about one wild ass story dealing with a hero who has fire powers. So let's go and get started with this. Oh, whoa!
2 hours later.
After reading 4 volumes of this manga, I'm not even done with this series, but I had to literally take a break because my sanity is on the verge of just jumping off a fucking cliff. And I'm not even bullshitting. I literally read the first 4 volumes like in a matter of 2 hours. And you're probably wondering, why did I do that? You know, if you read this manga, you probably know how crazy this gets. I don't know, because I had nothing else to do, I guess. I was already cut up on videos, so like I just needed some shit to do. And then here we are now. But let me just say this. I don't even know where to begin. For a while, I thought Chainsaw Man was the most bizarre manga I completely read. But nope, this one took it. And mostly because this manga has no limits, just off-the-wall characters, mindsets, settings, armies. Everything about this shit is crazy. So, in advance, I apologize if this video is all over the place. But this manga is too. Believe it or not, the plot, the main idea of this story is Agni. The main character, growing up, had a rough life, but had a sister that he loved. Should have used a different word for that. But he cared for her a lot, and as a big brother should do, he wanted to protect her and keep her safe from this cynical, insane world that they live in. And of course, she admired him for that. So much that she said this. And I immediately knew that this was no ordinary manga. The first few chapters was a roller coaster already, and in fact, in finished the first volume, it was a thrill itself. And it left me with thoughts like, wow, what a backstory, incredibly sad and very out of pocket. This manga is not afraid to tell a story where the realistic things can happen and is able to portray darkness and creepiness of this world. I love Sun, he's so sweet and innocent, and it sucks. Oh boy, it sucks how he ended up, and his motivation to save Agni was nice. Oh my god, bro. Burning non-stop. That's insane. He literally grew up in constant pain and doma, bro. No, like seriously. He literally grew up like 5 years of like constant burning pain. Like I don't know how a human could do that. But then again, he's not human. He's a goddamn... I'll save that for later. Beautiful art panels. Seriously, look at these panels, bro. Like, these panels are just, it's S tier already. This nigga Fujimoto is so damn skilled. It doesn't make no sense. When reading the final chapters in this volume, I'm getting more familiar with the thought that these people, the army, bitches, the ops, except for her, I feel like she'll develop because it sucks how they treat humans. And chapter 7, mind you, I said all that stuff before I truly met Togata. Volume 2.
Soon after.
This might be crazy to say this early on in the story, but Togata is on the verge of being an S-tier character. Why is she such a wild card? After reading like some more, I'll come to the conclusion that this insane world of Fire Punch, a lot of shit just doesn't make sense. Everything is either diabolical, weird, creepy, dark, explicit, agonizing, funny, chaotic, and many more words I could use. But I say all that to say this panel perfectly describes Togata. Like in this crazy ass world, when I say she is crazy, that is not an understatement. I like her though, but sometimes I don't. I don't know if I should trust her or if she's a snake or op. Well, I guess it's the same word, but I talk more about her when I talk about the characters. But in volume 2, Jesus, was she a character that just stood out the whole damn time. Hell, she might be like part of the most weirdest character like even written in Chainsaw Man characters that I've seen that Fujimoto has like, expressed. Volume 2 told me about Togata is that she's many things, but one thing she definitely is a great movie guru and a director. So she spent all her time in this world watching movies and is an obsessive fan with movies, so much that she wants to document the life of Agni revenge for Doma. And of course, while filming a movie, you go through many trials and tribulations, but I like how she does it. Like, she knows what the hell she's doing. She like gets everything in order, tells people where to go, how to stand, and what to say throughout the scene. She knows what's gonna be a bad move, or what's gonna be a good move, a good action scene, a bad action scene, a funny scene. Like, bro, she's literally like a top tier director. Like, it's crazy how good she is. She can go from shooting scenes like a Michael Bay film to like goddamn Christopher Nolan film. She can make a A24 film. Like, come on, like, she is different. That's what I like a lot about her as a character too. But then you have this sneaky side of her that is just like, bro, like, are you good? Because she'll do what she needs to do to get that film, to get what she wants, and doesn't give how the other person feels about it. She uses people like, especially Agni for so far, and Nina too, which I get into later. Like, she uses them for her own gain, but she doesn't treat them as badly as other people do in the manga. So at least the whole soldier guys and stuff. That's a plus, I guess, if you say so. But mentally, yeah, nah, she is something. And she is like one of many obstacles that Agni has to like face in his journey of revenge in this whole world of Fire Punch. And speaking of this world of Fire Punch, this world feels like the manga is very empty and cold, but in the good way. The way different panels depict the vagueness of the world or show a beautiful landscape, I see this great artwork and still wonder what the is happening in this world. Like, you have an army in this, but then you have a 1,000-year-old being, a man that's constantly on fire, a damn ice queen. Bro, it's so wild, but it's so damn good. It's so good, I can't even imagine what the final volume would be like. But before we get to that point, eventually, we got volume 3 and 4. Wait, before I even get to that, I just gotta talk about more of these characters. So the main character, going from Denji to Agni as characters is interesting, to say the least. With Denji, I know he's lovable, goofy, degenerate, who has odds against him, but simple goals he desires. And then you have Agni, who, at least from reading the beginning of the story, has a goal, which is of course revenge, and he would do it what it takes to get to that person and complete his mission. But his personality, he seems like he's always serious, which I get, why. But wants to learn more about the world too, like from his peers. Even though I want to say find another fucking teacher, he actually reminds me a lot of Aki in a way. And no, not the Aki way, just Aki in a certain way. Anyway, his son is still probably the most wholesome thing in this manga. He deserves all the happiness. He has a great heart. He's my dog, bro. And speaking of dogs, we got Ninoto. Shout out her, bro. Now, if you don't know, she's easily one of my favorite characters in this manga. Mostly because I'm just like her. If I was put in this world, I would literally question everything that's happening. She's doing the exact same thing. Literally is confused at what is happening all the time and trying to make sense of the characters. But she meets Togata and Agni and even Sun. That's probably like one of her only friends, or one of his only friends. Agni kind of don't really like Sun like that. But she becomes the cameraman of Togata's film. Yes, and she tells her everything what she needs to do. And she doesn't oppose to it, because why not? I just realized, I don't think Togata like pays her. That's really insane, bro. You remind me of certain nigga that doesn't pay his goddamn workers. Even for me to always plug in time in the video some way. Anyway, shout out Ninato, she's dope. Judah, I don't know how to feel about Judah, but I like her. It seems like she has a good heart, but must follow social justice rule because, well, she, her role as a soldier. Besides that, she's like a mysterious character. Like, I don't know much about her, like her abilities, what she, thinks. In some ways, she's understandable as well. Oh, and add on to more of the characters part, the other mysterious characters ain't like, I think it was one chapter where they just went over like the most notorious criminals in the whole world. And look at some of these characters, bro. Like, we got fucking Kratos in this bitch, bro. We got Torpedo Man. We got all these mysterious ass niggas. And I got a feeling later on in the story, they're gonna come back, bro. I got a feeling they're gonna come back. I'm not sure why, but yeah. Speaking more about the royal part of Fire Punch, did I mention or emphasize enough that this is probably one of the most vile, insane, inhuman roads that I've read in manga? Like, it was this one panel where, like, trying to see how I can say this. The soldiers are so like corrupted and like abuse their power that they legit said this. Yes, they wanted these guys to have their way with the dogs, and it's my nigga. What the things they do to these humans, like pretty much this dingy panel right here, but like times 5. Yeah, they do this all the time in Fire Punch, but it's ridiculous. They treat them almost like slaves, and that's how like corrupted their fucking power is. And that's where you have people like Agni and like his cult are gonna stand against it, cause like, bro, they ain't ruling shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's a rebellion type shit. But then Volume 3 happened, and it just gets, oh.
15 minutes later.
So after reading Volume 3, I closed the book, threw it across the room, got up, and literally went for a walk around my neighborhood. Yes, I actually touched grass. And on that walk, all I kept thinking about is, what did I just read? Just let me explain. In one volume, actually in a matter of chapters, like probably 3 or 4, I witnessed a fireman fighting a mecha robot, Agni becoming a hero, literally war, destruction, possibly racism, manslaughter, a senile nigga with a bat, the return of a sister, literally several counts of murder, and a fucking ice witch. It's crazy to think this is only volume 3. So my favorite moments from the chapter was literally everything from this panel and onwards. Just chaos from here on out. The devastation from this fight was on a whole nother level. It reminded me, like, pretty much, I'll say this. You remember how the Gun Devil was like depicted in Chainsaw Man and how like the panels was drawing like that? Yeah. This whole fight in Fire Punch was literally that. Like, that's how crazy the destruction was for this. And yeah, this fight, you could say it was one-sided, maybe completely one-sided, but Agni was getting his ass handed to him. But look who kept getting back up. You know that song? I'm still standing, yes sir. Then you go from that to soldiers offing people right here to show their dominance, I guess. Oh, and this emo ass nigga, I swear he think he cool. He think he doing something, bro. And maybe even my top moment from this catastrophe. Hold on, it's been a minute. Catastrophe. Oh my god, I need to go back to school. From this catastrophe was Nanito inner monologue when facing death right there. It was simple and heart-wrenching to watch, but this moment right here, oh bro, so many things went so good. Like the detail on this artwork. Her monologue where she like describes how she thinks of this whole stupid road and how things work and how she's just not a fan of it. But there's nothing she can really do about it right now because she doesn't have the power to say so or to oppose. But there's one man who does, and the emergence of Fire Punch from that moment, unironically saving her life and everyone else. I get it now. When it seems all hope is lost, this unfamiliar beast comes out of nowhere and will stand up against the army. That's beautiful, man. That is beautiful writing and a top 10 moment I read so far. Oh, and the ending to the volume. Agni's sister, once again, is alive, and it's Judah? Nah, so I thought. Yeah, it was crazy seeing that, bro. I remember reading this and I was confused, though. Like, because she did look like, you know, his sister for a minute, you know, but I was like, nah, it can't be. But this is not the first time this happened. So I said, F it, let's keep going. I've been confused before in this manga, so I just keep the ball rolling. And besides not knowing what is going on, y'all know I love me some good ass artwork. And the paneling for these pages, once again, it felt so cinematic. And I'm saying that while reading a book, not no movie. Yeah, that's how great these panels was. Man, it was so good, man. Just clap it up, man. Look how good these panels are. Just cooking, bro. No burning, just cooking. That didn't make no sense, but, and oh, seeing the, spoiler one, of course, the death of Judah was sad but beautiful at the same time because the artwork. 3 volumes in, and this story is actually really good. It's wild as hell, but it's really good. And then there's volume 4.
Many tic-tacs later.
Just when I thought, okay, at the end of volume 3, this could be the stopping point. Let some things breathe a little bit. F that shit. We got more violence, more action, and we got more niggas pulling up. See, look at these panels, bro. See, I wasn't lying when I said niggas are pulling up. It's right after we see this nigga with a bat, who's apparently a fan of Fire Punch. He starts going crazy on soldiers, and then yeah! Probably one of the hardest pull-up drawings pages I've seen in the manga, slaying like a queen. He is standing tall, looking badass. It turns out she's also a Fire Punch stan too. Oh my god, I just realized. Yo, Chainsaw Man comparison. This same shit happened with part 2, bro. Y'all know what I'm talking about. When niggas became fans of Chainsaw Man and all hell broke loose. Well, I guess Aftermath is a little different, but no, man, the fact that these guys are heroes and they got fans like that, oh, man, that shit's so lit. I bet the Fujimoto core fans like already know about that. I'm so late to the damn game. Pretty much Agni has backup now, and these guys are very skilled with questionable personalities and fashion choices, like, I know your ass is cold, bro. Like, come on. I love how each of these guys has a more explained story of why they're fans of Fire Punch and think that he's a god, but this eventually leads up to a fight on top of a train, and somehow I like this fight even more than the previous one I talked about, because this was a 2v1 and it was so nice. These new characters got that dog in them, and while you would think this is probably the only fight that's going on, nah, save some action for Togata, man. In this funny ass panel sequence, she is literally so unserious, but badass too. Like, this is some John Wick shit. Like, fuck all that Sakamoto Day shit. He ain't John Wick, it's Togata Wick. Alright, I'm done with the jokes. I'm sorry. Volume 4 was definitely an action-heavy volume. And I'm thinking, is this all the crazy characters we're gonna get? Hell nah, I'm sorry. Rocket Man? Seeing this panel right here out of context is, well, questionable of what I'm reading, but if I told you Fujimoto drew this, you will understand, bro. Because I was thinking this goofy-ass character out here, but hold on, nah. Shut your mouth, nigga. Because when he came in and dropped everyone, even Merc, the scummiest guy in the manga, thank you so much, Rocket Man. He's literally beam, but like overpowered. I did not expect him to go that fucking crazy. Like, it's so much that shit, things that are going on in this world that I don't even know. Like, please tell me where this character came from. Like, how could you explain this character in this world? I don't know if they will later on in the manga, but I just, what? Rocket Man? And even while all this is going on, we move from the action stuff to this deep talk with Fire Punch and the Ice Witch. It was great dialogue, and just trying to understand the witch was pretty surreal to see, because she has some reasons of why she does some things, like behind her killings and other stuff, but it just left me asking more questions about this mysterious unknown world. And oh, how could I forget? Remember how I said earlier how like Sun and Agni had this like real relationship? So yeah, basically in the beginning of the story, Sun became infatuated with Agni because he's a fire punch and he saved his life, and he thinks he's a god because, well, he never seen no one like this before, and once again he saved his life. So now from that to after defeating the mecha god, saving people's lives in volume 4, the man, the myth, the legend, Fire Punch Agni is now a god to others that he has saved. And now they are going behind him because, he wants to be the hero. And even that whole monologue with him being the hero, wants to save people because he didn't save his sister. That is great writing right there and nice development for his character. Like, it's not just revenge he only cares about. He wants to change the world and save the people that are in trouble. Yes, he actually became a superhero. It's crazy, bro. And what I left off at is that they're trying to regroup. Man, all I gotta say is, if this is halfway through, the other half is gonna be even more crazy. So I just can't wait for that. But this is only halfway through. Once again, it's like 8 volumes. I'm only at volume 4, or not finished volume 4. I got to read volume 5. And here's why I won't do it all in one video. Because one, I'm reading the physical copies, which I think y'all should. Y'all should support Fujimoto. Last 4 of the volumes haven't come in yet to my house. Yeah, I got to wait till those come in. But for now, I had to hurry up and do, part 1 because y'all been wanting this for a while. And yeah, so this is part 1 of my review of Chainsaw. Oh, that's right. See, this manga fucking me up, bro. This is my part 1 review of Fire Punch. The other half will be soon. Well, I don't know how soon, but it'll definitely come in the feature. And yeah, so let me know what you think about Fire Punch below without spoiling, because I'm only halfway through. Please do not spoil the story from me. By the way, the only spoiler I know for like Fire Punch is that this face. Yeah, this meme right here. Like I said, once again, the memes came out of nowhere. It's the only thing I know about Fire Punch, and I don't know the context of this, like, because I haven't read the whole story yet. But I'm curious to see how he ended up like this, and I think this happens like right at the end of Fire Punch. I think we'll see. Don't spoil me, please. And I got y'all with the next review of Fire Punch when I finish the manga in the future. That being said, thumbs up the video, subscribe. I love y'all. Peace. Oh, whoa.